I miss going to in-person auditions because I'd see Gardell, there's a handful of people you'd often see because we were that type. And it'd be like, it wasn't competitive like it was with the ladies who were... Sure. I mean, you really see it. It was like going to the donut shop. Hey, how you been?
Oh, God.
Good to see you, fellas.
I remember watching people's kids. They'd bring like a baby in. Like I couldn't do nothing. We're like, give her. Go ahead.
Go do
it's
your
fine.
thing.
Yeah. We, like a couple of us already had one. You know, like we're just
and you pitch the baby cries during his audition until they blow it for him.
Fuck him up. Yeah. She needs you.
I think she's choking.
Right. Welcome to Tank Top Talks with Matt Braunger. I'm your host, Matt Braunger. Tank tops are ridiculous, but they feel good. And the reason why they feel good is because they're ridiculous. And they have no sleeves. Lance, Sweet Hickory Barber. Let's talk about Hank.
His name's Matt Braunger, and he dances on the sand. Hi, Dong.
Hi, babe. How
are you, man?
Good.
Nice to see you. You as well.
But you forgot about Sweet Hickory.
Oh, I'd never forget about Sweet Hickory. I make my wife call me Sweet Hickory.
Makes no sense.
It makes zero sense. I think that was the Tin Man's name when he was a human.
Is that right?
They called him Hickory or old.
Yeah, that sounds like a nickname from then, from like the 20s.
And I'm folksy.
Yeah, you are. Well, that's why I called you that. Because you were always the guy just kind of picking and a grinning. You always had a guitar.
Here comes Sweet Hickory.
Here comes Sweet Hickory. Sing a little song about pretty girls and long nights. Like
yeah, Sweet Hickory.
What's with Mickey?
I have a tank top here. Well, it's actually not a tank top. It's a muscle shirt, I think. Is it? But
we'll allow it. That's fine.
Are we allowing it?
Yeah.
I couldn't find a tank. My kid had a tank top.
Okay.
I had the old, just a white. You know what we used to call a WB?
Sure.
We don't call them that anymore. I was told in the wardrobe department.
People call that on the show too.
Yeah.
Ricky Carmona wore a wife beater.
Well, we knew it as a wife beater for the ages, and now we're being more thoughtful about those things.
Yeah, we called them girlfriend beaters. Terrible. Got to beat someone.
You got to hit somebody. Yes. They really are. It's an appropriate name. That's what it just came naturally to that shirt. I mean, right?
Well, as I said, when Ricky and I were talking about, like, I remember seeing went to see a lot of classes and I was in a class where it was all about performance, and we went to see a dance performance, and part of it was about domestic violence. The guy came out with that on with a beer, and I'm like, get out, wear something else
on the nose.
You got to sell it better than that. Yeah. So
make us think a little bit. Yeah. This tank top, this muscle shirt, I cut the sleeves off myself.
Nice.
This is something that is. Do you remember the movie The Outsiders?
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
Hugely influential.
Stay gold. Yes, to many people, for many generations. My kid read the book.
Yeah.
It's still going.
It's heavy.
And it's in the schools, and it's heavy.
Yeah, I love that.
And we all identified with it to some degree because it was about the kids that came up in the rough stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But Pony and Johnny, they were sensitive.
Yeah.
They were victims of their circumstances and their environment, but they were the artsy, soft, soulful kids.
Yep.
And then still having to fight.
Oh, you got to.
Right? And I identified with that to some degree. A lot of people did, and it's romantic in that teen way. Loved that book.
Yeah, me too.
Loved that movie. Loved that my kid did the play in high school.
Really? Who did he play?
There was a Dallas Winston.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. And like my best friend got to play Johnny, and my other good friend got to play Pony Boy. It was just like the dream come true for like a high school production of trying to be cool.
It's the era where cool still existed, where it didn't call itself necessarily cool.
That's right.
But at the same time it did. I mean, it's so striking to me that like James Dean was the epitome of cool, and you watch Rebel Without a Cause, and he's just freaking out. He's having anxiety attacks the whole movie, but it's just like, everyone's just like, my fucking God, that honesty is so sexy, It's
so romantic and sexy, right? It's so attractive. I agree.
And I remember reading the book and being I was also a soft artistic kid with some of the friends who were the tough guys and stuff, but like kind of just reading that book and being like feeling seen, but also seeing the movie, and I love the movie. And I remember my girlfriend. Do you remember Kristen in Chicago?
Of course,
yes. She just at one point, just like we were talking about something, she did the Matt Dillon as Johnny line, like, you got to be tough like me. It made me laugh so hard. I almost crashed the car.
It's like, I love that idea. Like you say, he's freaking out the whole time.
He is.
Right?
He's losing it.
He's very emotional.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Men are stoic. Right? The traditional masculinity is right.
Real men are born without feelings.
That's right. No feeling. Nothing shows feelings more than stuffing it down to nothing. Complete quietness. There's no emotion in that behavior.
You know what though? I think one thing that's kind of a cool trait in terms of what's being cool and whatever, what do we call tough or whatever. You were always the one who, and just for the listener, Lance, I was thinking about this day. We've known each other like 25
at least
25 years.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was thinking about you had this incredible sense of self, always. You knew exactly what you wanted to do and didn't want to do.
Right.
Even when we were just absolute degenerates. Just hammered, smoking bowls in the alleyway, going back to the bar. Mm-hmm. You were just like, oh, this is dumb. I'm going to go, or I remember your girlfriend coming up with like a bunch of shots. We're all doing shots. And you're like, if I do this, honey, are we going to have sex? And she's like, yeah. He's like, and you're like, well, my dick isn't going to work after this. And I've never known a male friend who is that level.
Charming? Is that the word you're going to choose?
No, I think all of us would just do the shot and not think about it. And then later, like trying to, as Kyle Kinane so succinctly puts it about having a lip dick, trying to thumb it in later, as he puts it. But you always just like, I don't want to do this. I do want to do this. And just like, and I'm smoking this weed and I'm going to play this little guitar.
I think I was always seen as maybe, not that I was cool, maybe trying to be cool, like the cool guy. Like always trying to be cool, like I was into music and I would be whatever, like I was just as nerdy and or insecure or into whatever as anybody else was. And but I had garnered just, let's not get too deep, but like alone time.
Yeah,
I was an only child. I had, and so like, you too. And there was things that like I wanted about a bit of an introvert. Right. I was the actor who was the introvert. I was a fat kid who couldn't play sports and I was super shy. It was like that classic, right?
Oh, okay.
There's the extrovert kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
That's it in entertainment.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me.
You get on stage and you're
right. But they're that in life too.
Oh, yeah.
Right. They're comfortable. I was never comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. Until high school and I got into theater and I got laid and I got friends and I garnered confidence. But before that, I was the introvert. And then all that's only child, introvert, shy, all that stuff is still in there. And so all that stuff that felt like cool was all that stuff, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, and then the sense of self thing was that plus then I really did garner confidence from doing theater. And getting laid and doing drugs.
Sure. In that reverse order. Number one, laid number two.
Yep.
Theater number three, distant third. Yeah, I mean, that's so funny because we have kind of a similar villain origin story in a way, with coming up that same exact way and finding that as your people and going, this is great. We can go
instant community.
Act out everything.
Right.
I was thinking about Liev Schreiber was talking about how much he loved doing Glenn Ross on Broadway because he had a little kid at home and he could just go on stage and just curse his dick off. Yeah. He just was so angry. He could let any frustration out. Like I remember working with a tutor and my daughter because they're, kindergarten is extra rigorous these days. Yeah. I don't know if you heard. And she was so against it, and it was so frustrating because she kept doing everything like the go limp, the protester, thing and stuff, and whining and all this shit. And I remember having the thought I shared with my wife later. I was like, I didn't want to. I would never wanted to, or would I hurt my kid? But I just wanted to get in my car and go drive it into a wall. As fast as I could, just to release all the frustration. And I feel like theater, you could do that. You could be like, I'm going to save it for tonight when I'm playing this character.
Right. It's all those cliches for me, for sure. And then also like I can pretend that, like the cliche of I can pretend to be somebody else up here and feel confident. Right. Like fake it until you make it kind of thing. But up there, you could shine and hide behind whatever it is, the performance. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, you know, somebody, you know, in class the next day makes fun of your tits and I'm a shell of myself. Right.
That's all it takes.
You know, that's all it takes.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
One man boob comment and I'm done. Right.
Finished.
Right. You were the star of the world last night up on stage under the lights. You owned it, kid. It was your pearl. Man tits. Done.
Now you're Johnny McBoobs
now
for the rest of the day. Well, because to bring that out to the moment you booked the big one.
Yeah.
You know, I remember me, Kevin, Magoo, Pipey Kevin,
PHR.
We always have stupid nicknames for each other back in the Chicago days, but we all knew how many times you'd book a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like It's Always Sunny.
Sure.
Like that.
Yeah,
but
I got lucky when I came out here.
But you always got this close to getting a series regular or the lead in a movie or whatever. And more often than not, remember you told me this, it would come down to one executive going, and you'll pardon, but these are your words. What if he wasn't fat?
Yeah,
you know, like you said, and I hate saying that because you're not.
What if he didn't have man boobs?
What if but you know, it's like, I mean, they were going to do a series of that movie, The Tao of Steve, right? You're going to do that?
No, there was something I was in talks for that.
Yeah.
And talked to him about that. I don't even know if that ever happened, but
wow. Yeah. But then when you got
right, I'm an in between though. Like I had in Chicago. I remember getting headshots from my first agent. My agent said she's like, I like these. These are kind of the character. You're smiling. You're this guy. And I had one that was a little more serious. Right. And I said, what about this one? This is a little more, you know, she's like, well, it's a little more leading man, but are you a leading man? I mean, if you want to drop 70 pounds, then yeah, we can use a picture like this. Otherwise, do the funny guy picture. Right.
Yeah, sure.
Or as Kevin McGeehan called it.
Yeah.
I'm fat handsome. Right. I'm a big guy. I'm a type. I'm a blue collar type. I've never had a shot at a real leading man stuff, but I'm in between.
Yeah.
Like a real character guy.
Yeah.
And getting close to things that were another type.
Well, like speaking of the type, like
but I got things that were
no, and that's
I found the type which we all find that pigeonhole.
I mean, it was like kismet. I remember when it got announced, and I saw you in Dateline, Deadline, and I saw you on Dateline. You'd murdered that girl. I saw you on Deadline and Variety and stuff, and I was like, yes, got one in the trades, and it's with the Golden Goose. You know what I mean?
It was a jackpot kind of job.
Yeah, I was just like, awesome. Lance, so happy.
Thank you. Everybody was too, because we've all been in the trenches for so long.
Yeah,
it's a jackpot when you nail one of those, and because we all slogging it out for so many years. Hoping for one of those or something close to one of those.
Well, and like anything that guy touches just is a hit.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. He was good company to be in.
Yeah, he's great. I was on. I did a guest role on Disjointed, so I think I know him better than you do. But
you guys are tight. You talked to him yesterday.
No, he's the sweetest guy. But it was just like I said. I every time I'd walk off set, I'd go recurring. Do you want to bring back the confused park ranger?
Yeah.
Want this guy back? Who's confused by the stoner leads?
That was the story I like to tell and told so many times.
Please
share. Of the LA story of did a guest spot right on Big Bang.
Yeah.
I would book a guest spot once when it was appropriate for me, the bully, right? And then and did it. So I worked for Chuck Lorre.
Yeah.
Did it years later. There was a TV show called Mike and Molly and I went to it was up between me and Gardell. You know Gardell.
Yeah, of course.
Right. And rightfully so. He nailed it. He got it. It was down to him and me. So again, I'm in front of Lorre and got that far. He remembered me, right?
Yeah.
And then many years later after that, so the story of I nailed this job, which was life-changing. So the story of like, do the good work and they'll remember you, right? I mean, that shit does happen, right? You never know what it's going to turn into. That was, decade, 15-year long story of working for somebody that paid off in a way that was really significant to me and my family that many years later.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with, there's, as long as you're showing up and you're working and you're not a pain in the butt,
right?
People remember you the best possible way. I've said this to many director friends of mine, and I tell this to like young actors. If you're working and they're shooting and the director isn't saying shit to you, you're killing it.
Yeah.
Don't look for any, hey, good job. That's rare. No, they're going to come in when they're like, can you change a little? I didn't see the, But if you're the part of the machine that doesn't need fixing, the mechanic doesn't need to come in and go over here and here and here.
That's why you get the job to begin with, right? You nailed the audition. Do that again.
Right? And be chill.
If they have another idea, they'll give it to you. Otherwise, right.
Yeah.
Don't sweat nothing.
Dude, Billy is still, there's this like benefit in Pittsburgh that I do sometimes. It's a giant theater, and Billy did it. And it was like, he still is a funny stand-up as he was. Like he had a bit.
And he's a sweetheart, and he's funny as shit. He's ever since he was doing the Round Table Pizza commercials when I first moved out. I've never seen him on those. Remember?
Yeah.
And we were up against each other. We tested against each other before Mike and Molly.
Wow.
On a couple things because we were both big fat guys, blue collar kind of fat guys, right? Right. We were the same type. Mm-hmm. I love going to auditions. I miss going to in-person auditions because I'd see Gardell. There's a handful of people you'd often see because we were a type, and it'd be like it wasn't competitive like it was with the ladies who were.
Sure.
I mean, you really see it. It was like going to the donut shop. Hey, how you been?
Oh, God,
good to see you, fellas.
I remember watching people's kids. They bring like a baby in. Like I couldn't do nothing. We're like, give her. Go do your thing. Yeah. Like a couple of us already had one, you know, like we're just.
And you pitch baby says cries during his audition, right? Until they blow it for him.
Fuck him up. Yeah. She needs you.
I think she's choking.
Right through right through the door. Dude, do you remember this? Do you remember this time? Me, you, Frank Caetti, Will Sasso, some other, hilarious schmuck.
Yeah.
They were looking for us.
Yes.
The goofs. The goofs were all there.
The goofs were there.
And we're there. And there was a guy who was like, doing the thing like Michael Caine is like, if you see someone and they're practicing acting, stop. They're not acting. You fucked it up right there.
Right.
If someone's just like trying to do different ways, but they're quiet,
right.
Stop it. And so this guy's like kind of emoting, and like we start doing like I think one of us, like Frank, was like loading a gun, and then I started like, I'm working on an engine. No, that's not. And this guy kept looking at us like, do I have the wrong script? Like we were collectively like fucking with him,
just fucking with him.
And then another guy came in, and I think I've told this on the pod, but it's because it was one of those moments that, like, one of those times I'm like, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. I'm laughing so hard, and I can't tell anyone why I'm laughing. That George Carlin thing of like stifled laughter is the best laughter.
Yes.
Kneeling in front of the casket.
Yes.
Frank leans over, and because there's a guy who's zoned out and he's staring at his own headshot.
Yeah.
And Frank goes in my ear, look at his photograph. So quiet. And I'm like, it's because we all go to these, we've been with thousands of these fucking things.
Yes.
And their hope is always there.
Of course.
You try to be cool, but then you're looking at this picture of yourself that's probably from 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And you're like, what have I done with my life? What happened to that guy? He looks so happy.
It was. I missed the audition rooms. I miss bits galore.
Last audition room I went in. I go in for commercials, and those are like every week or two. But it's not when you're going in for like, it's a show for like a guest role in a show. Mm-hmm. And I went in for one, and I went in, and I'm like, I'm not booking this at all. It was for a football coach.
Right.
Everyone there was black except for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, they're thinking maybe white. And all these guys look like they could have coached or played, but all of us were like, we're in the room, fellas. Like we were all so happy.
Yeah.
A guy would come in, and we'd all go, hey, how you feeling? And they're like, I can't believe I'm here. Can't believe we're back. Because this was like maybe like 2 years after
COVID,
after 2020. Yeah. So it was just like, not that none of us cared. I knew I didn't have it. There's no chance. Right. But, it's a chance to perform for that casting director, and she's great.
Of course. Yeah.
But I was like, it was almost worth being away so long to have this vibe, because the vibe where you kind of go in and everyone nods with each other, and it's called a little shitty or whatever.
Yeah.
That was just
quietly competitive.
We're all high-fiving, asking each other how our lives are. I don't know any of these guys.
No.
They don't really know each other.
We just happen to be back out.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. I always tell people, break a leg or whatever. It's one roll and there's 20 of us.
Yeah.
So still go get them,
Yeah, I think that's true. I think we all have a little bit of envy, or even a hint of jealousy when it's friends, even with friends.
Sure, of course.
But I think for me and everybody I know, the legitimate excitement for art.
Yeah.
Anybody that nails anything, it literally fuck yes, because it feels like one for us.
Oh yeah. Someone, and it's
one of our one of us got one, man.
Got in.
Yeah.
Got through. And it's that's what's funny when you hear about someone being a complete douchebag.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, but
there's a guy who used to go in all the time, and he would some play games. There was a guy, I hope you get it, buddy. Seriously, I hope you get it. Fuck you. I hope you don't.
He's full of shit.
He's so full of shit. It was his game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, evidently Robert Downey Jr. used to walk out and be like, I got it. You guys can all go home. I booked that shit.
Really?
Yeah, he was serious. And so much cockiness. It's you watch his stuff, and when he was that
doesn't sound like him.
No, ego, that guy?
Especially when he was young.
When the drugs were still in his system.
Top
of the world.
Zero style.
Yeah. You still smoke grass?
Yeah, once in a while. But
okay.
I came by it naturally to not.
Okay.
My appetite has just, I think it started with the show. Started with kids where it dwindled a little bit.
Sure.
Just the lifestyle of having kids. I just couldn't. I was exhausted. I'd be exhausted because... exhausted and stoned. I might be a little more passive.
Yeah.
A little more patient if I had a buzz, but also a little more tired and maybe a little more impatient. It came with a show because I can't do it. That's someone who really enjoyed weed for so many years. I couldn't do it at work, even in Chicago. I just never did. It's the only thing I took seriously.
Yeah.
And I would not, I could hire to go to a funeral, but I wouldn't for an audition.
Sure.
Right? No.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It came out with a show. It was a long period of doing 7 years, and I the schedule. I just wasn't smoking so much.
No.
But I also think it's just age.
Yeah.
At least, and I hope that it is. And I'm just naturally, my appetite for it is less. I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's like what it should be, a special occasion when I want to buzz to.
Yeah.
It was always my preferred. We all drank back in the day.
Sure.
But I drank less, I think, than everybody.
You always did.
I was more. I was a stoner. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I was always a drinker, still am, way less. But it's if there's something I'm doing that I'm like, okay, you're like, I have a recurring on this show, and I'm like, I'm pinned for this week, and I'm like, I'm not going to drink the weekend before that.
Yeah.
It's like even days before.
Yeah.
Just because I just want to be as clear as possible. I just
of course.
The lines stay in my head. I want to be,
And those are always
snappy,
but now it's not deliberate.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
When and it's
rare that I'm in
much
work,
rarer
that I'm interested.
And also the work. I mean, it's kind of like a multicam. Is kind of both what Al Pacino famously said, film is a line drawn on the ground. Live theater is a tightrope 1,000 feet up, multicam. I mean, they will stop it if you blow a line, but you really don't want to blow a line. It's still live theater. You still have a live audience.
Sure.
That you're coming in to that living room, brightly lit living room. And then, doing your thing. So it's like, you don't want to you don't want to have a little haze. You don't want to have a headache. You don't want to.
Right.
be achy, in any way,
And Sheldon was single cam. So it was just,
but it was a live audience though.
No, it was single cam. We shot like over 6 or 7 days per episode.
Oh, okay.
It was on so I didn't have to worry about being on book or anything.
Oh yeah, sure.
I could have blown it.
Yeah,
could have easily.
But I know you worked on your lines.
Take.
I know you.
I just got lucky with that show of having the least lines of anybody. When I had lines, they were just he was a he was a dolt of a dad. So
stoic, I think you said before.
Stoic, I think.
It's a stoic dad.
Yeah.
Well, with your role on
it was no heavy lifting in regards to dialogue conversation.
Your role on the comeback was like almost 80% staring. You would just stare at her until she felt like shit or whatever.
That was a silent performance.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, feeling insecure about that.
Do you know?
They weren't giving me any lines, and it proved to be fairly effective for making that character memorable.
Yeah. Well, it's like, from, I think, Stanislavski, the radiating.
Yeah, of course.
The radiating. Like, there's that story where Art Carney, was in Finian's wake, and he played Finian, who's dead the whole play.
Yeah.
He just is in the coffin. And people could not take their eyes off the dead guy, no matter how people were, the fights in the bar going on. And then the play's over, and all the actors are like, why the fuck were they all looking at you? And he's like, I was radiating. Because it is a thing. You just really got to focus on it. But you kind of, some people can turn it on like that and come into a party and everyone's like, hey, but it's a part of it.
It's charisma.
Mm-hmm. You got to let, the dolt, his thoughts and mood have to be heard.
That's right. That's right. Even from a coffin.
Dude, how many times has my dad, walked into a room and then you're just looking and you're like, fuck, you know exactly what's happening. Doesn't say a word. I'll clean it up or whatever. That was always the dads of our generation.
Yes. Yes.
I remember Louis Anderson had that bit where his dad wouldn't even say what he didn't like about a person. He'd just go, look at him. Like fucking such a home run.
Louis did our show and I didn't get to meet him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a sweetie. He was on Conan the last time I did stand up on Conan. And he's like, Braunger, come in my dressing room.
I know Patrick Keane said that he was a fan of the comeback, and I really wanted to. I just couldn't.
Really?
Because he worked one day, and I wasn't there. I was actually out of town.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't, and I was hoping to.
Oh, funny.
I remember him from the Young Comedian special.
Yeah.
Right? You remember that in HBO, Dangerfield's Young Comedian special.
Yeah.
Very influential in young minds on HBO in the 80s. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And he was, that was the first time I saw him, and a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember his first bit was, and to this day, it cracks me up when he comes out on stage and he takes the microphone off the stand. He said, let me move this so you can see me.
So good.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone talk about like favorite openers, and that's one of them of all time, because he's doing the I know you can see I'm fat. Mm-hmm. Here's how I call it out without calling it out.
That's right.
Genius.
Yep.
Yeah. If a skinny guy did that, so you can see me, haha, you're skinny. Mm-hmm. Fat guy, gold.
Gold.
So good. Yeah. It's so funny because you're probably like me, like huge theater, acting, drama nerd, but just you'd see comedy and just be like, wow, that's like, I don't remember ever. I remember seeing actors and being like, I want to do that. I want to be that guy.
For sure.
Whether they're funny or serious or whatever. But then I'd see someone do a sketch performance or a stand-up performance or something, or do a character like on a show. And I was just, it just made me so happy. It wasn't until I was into my, I want to say late teens, early 20s that I was like, oh, could I do that instead? Right. It seemed like watching someone kind of grow wings and fly around.
I thought of it as all of it because I love the entertainment business, right?
Sure, yeah.
And so it was, and only child, a lot of time in front of a television. Yes. The golden era of HBO, you'd pulled in, a lot of stuff, you know? And there was just a lot available for that era. And so it was like those Young Comedian specials, all of the specials that were on HBO, Carlin and Pryor.
Yeah.
Right. All those things, they really landed, right? But I never thought I wanted to do that. It was always the actor thing. It was Second City.
Yeah.
They kind of flipped a switch. Because I went to Chicago coming out of doing think I was going to go do like cool theater in Chicago.
Same. I was going to do one of the black boxes.
Wolf, one of the black box. Exactly. I was going to Chicago to do black box theater and cut my teeth and be an actor.
Yes.
Right. Make no money, but be an actor and chops.
Right. I hopefully I'll get to play Steppenwolf in my 40s.
That was the goal. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And I went to Holly Walker.
Yeah.
As Holly was there already studying at Second City, and I moved there with a girlfriend. We were going to stay in Chicago. We agreed. We were both in Michigan, 3 hours away, Chicago, big city move, something for both of us there. And the theater thing, like we said. And Holly's like, we could stay with her so we could look at apartments and stuff. She's like, you got to come see this show. I'm taking classes at Second City. I'm like, oh yeah, I know Second City, but SCTV. I remember, SNL. I knew the legacy of the place. But I wasn't a nerd about it yet.
Yeah.
Right. And I went and saw Pinata Full of Bees.
Same. And that was the show that blew my mind.
It blew my doors off.
Yeah.
And I said, I gotta try that.
Yeah.
And I did classes at Second City all the way through the conservatory, did IO, and did zero theater, aside from what we did in the black box and Donnie's, right? And that was a play.
Yeah.
But it was still in that world.
It was a sketch play.
It was a sketch show. It was a sketch show.
Rockwell's Attic.
Yeah, Rockwell's Attic but it had a through line, but it was still sketch and improv.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The whole 5 years that I was in Chicago. And I did zero theater.
None. Same.
None. Yeah.
Same.
And it was that show. That show's like, fuck, that's incredible.
I mean, it didn't...
People that do that well, and there's nothing like it,
I mean, it wasn't Adam McKay wrote that.
McKay, yeah.
Yeah. Like the guy who...
And Dratch and Faye were on stage, and Scott Adsit, who was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, Scott Allman was on stage. So Dorff and Bill Cott was in that cast.
Yeah.
Rotating it.
It's right. Yeah.
I saw it more than once.
The one I saw was with Dorff. Yeah. And I just remember being like, these guys are on another planet. This is, I can't fathom how funny this is.
And thank goodness.
Yeah.
That was the community I fell into, as opposed to the theater community of Chicago.
Right.
Just because of, only in retrospect, maybe it would have been the same, but now the community that I have and the memories that I have and the friendships that I have from that time.
Yeah.
And what a great community of people, right?
Yeah.
And a great era to be there, for sure.
Well, and I think with comedy, I don't know, maybe because I know comedy so much better than the world of theater, it just seems like a place you can kind of write your own ticket a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit easier. You can write, have a little bit more of because if you have an actors community, you're still going off of these plays that have been written. Maybe you have someone who's writing plays for you.
Right.
But boy, I would trust one of my funny friends to write a funny thing to be in way before I'd trust an actor friend to write a really good play.
Right.
So I have friends who, my friend Kayla, who's on the show. She's a young playwright. I've seen her plays. They're great. But I was just like, not only, it's a relief, but also, wow, that's amazing.
Right.
It's like watching someone do magic or something.
Yeah.
That it's not like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to write a bad play.
It's still pretty moving to see that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So see people, talented people do something.
Would you do incredible. Like a play now, though?
100%.
Yeah.
I miss theater like crazy.
Yeah.
I did the whole time. And I did certainly out here. It's been a couple summers ago. The summer stock I did, right? It's in my hometown area.
You did?
I went back and did a show.
What'd you do?
I did Clue.
Wow.
I was Colonel Mustard, motherfucker.
Of course you were. Of course you were.
and it was awesome. It was so much fun.
That's great.
And one of my best friends he's like an equity member there, so I get to be on stage with him again.
Wow.
It was amazing.
So are you equity?
Amazing. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But I never did. I never got it.
Okay.
I was doing that summer stock and regional theater locally, and
okay.
And I did one of those murder mystery. Remember the murder mystery improv?
Sure.
Things like I did a tour of that from a local company that we would travel all around to college campuses and stuff.
Oh, fun.
And I'll tell you the story real quick because I was telling this the other day.
Okay.
We did these tours. We go to college campuses and come to the Quad. And tonight at the so-and-so house, we're going to have a murder mystery. And you're going to figure out who done it. And we're going to improvise the whole time. I'm a crazy character. And you're going to figure. And if you win, you get a T-shirt or something. Right? It was just part of the entertainment for campus entertainment. And we would do teasers on the campus to try, come down and tonight at 7:00 in the Quad, we're going to have... Right. And we would have a scene happen in a cafeteria. This happened more than once.
Yeah.
And we had a starter pistol. And I would stand on a table and shoot somebody with a starter pistol to get everybody's attention for the murder mystery. Can you imagine? And everybody was like, what? Oh, can you imagine?
No.
Yeah, it looked real.
Talk about a fucking simpler time. You do that now?
Talk about a stupid time. I mean, even then it was stupid, but we could. And campus security didn't care. It was,
that's what I mean.
Let them know.
Now's campus security.
Can you imagine now?
You'd be doing that as best tased.
We're just entertaining. You'd be best. You'd be tased.
Yeah. Well, in Portland, when I was like a teenager, and you'd sign up for a theater class, and fucking Portland theater classes were all kind of experimental theater of the streets.
Oh, yes, so of course.
The teacher would just bring us into a fucking mall, and he'd have a scene, and you're doing this, and this is what you want. No lines.
Yeah.
And you're a mob boss, and you caught this guy and beat his ass. And we grab it, fucking we're trying to do real stage fighting. And these poor people in the mall are thinking some guy's getting his ass kicked, and this lady comes up, and she's part of the team, let him go, I'll give you the money, whatever. My parents would come to watch the performances. They're just in the mall on a bench, we're paying for this.
Here's the Sabaros watching you get your ass beat.
Speaking of which, one of my favorite jokes of all time, Raul de la Cruz.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Sabaro is Italian for sweaty.
See? Who had more fun than us in Chicago in the 90s, right? De La Cruz.
Fucking guy.
That guy. Yeah. See, it was a good community.
Yeah, it was. It was
of
fun.
what we can remember.
What we can remember from those days.
Yeah.
But we were young. So
20s in Chicago in the 90s was super fun in that community.
Yeah,
There's no question.
Everybody had
I'm glad that was my path.
I'm glad. I loved having you and Magoo and some of the other people that were still in the improv scene.
Yeah.
While I was kind of having my little stand-up journey.
Yeah.
And then doing,
because you were deep in that in Chicago.
Oh yeah, that's
right?
Yeah.
We do some of that together because I was doing the guitar act.
Yeah,
I was never a stand-up. I was doing
Quenchers and Hopcats. My show,
Map Room had a
Map Room. We did a Map Room. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, those were fun.
Have you ever sang Apple Trees to the cast of Young Sheldon?
No.
Apple Trees was a filthy song that Lance used to sing. Before
the show, because I had kids, I did my best to scrub any of that stuff from the 90s, those songs I wrote from the internet. There was some that existed, and they might still, but I'm pretty sure
that song still lives in my head.
Yes. Well, those were the days.
Yes.
When being as offensive as possible to make each other laugh was acceptable. And not only acceptable between us, because it's still acceptable in private company, right? But it really went to being really pushing the limits with that same thing on stage.
You sitting on stage and going, it's a little song called Apple Trees. Doon, doon, doon. Got no apple trees on my ranch, but I got a great big dick. It's a great song. It's an entire song about how big this guy's penis is.
It's a simple little folk song about cock size.
It's great.
Yep. And it only got filthier from there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every one of your songs was
so funny because those are the things that we were doing that Saturday night show at the Improv in LA when we first came out.
Yeah. With the Beef Curtain Cowboys.
Beef Curtain Cowboys and Mike O'Connell and people were seeing that, and that got me into rooms out here.
I'm sure. Yeah.
That was 2000. I mean, I would never.
Well, that was the funny thing.
Yeah.
We had that got me some auditions, like just doing stand-up stuff.
Right.
But then you had two things that were really bad for stand-up. One was, it'll get you in the room.
Yep.
And another was, why don't you be like Dane Cook? Those are the two things back then. Because you had, and it was honestly the same guy that would come out. There would be a good looking dude who couldn't get auditions, and his agent is breaking his neck, can't get him in, and just says, why don't you try stand up? And so to be this guy shoehorned to the Improv because he had a massive agency or something, and he just was terrible. And it was like, we're all just like, I feel sorry for this model. This guy's eating his own dick up there. Right. He's not funny.
Right.
And his agent was like, yeah, but Dane Cook's a handsome man. And it's like, it's not just that he doesn't get up there and just preen.
He's really out of his element. Yeah.
So that was a whole thing.
That was a taste of the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the touchdown, the like touchdown on soil, not touchdown like we won, but like being in LA those first couple of years and doing those shows,
right?
Where you're like, ooh, this is wild.
And that was a hot time. I mean, certainly for 20 comedians getting their own TV shows. There's a history of television of that, right?
Yeah.
And so that was always an avenue. But then in that era, improv was huge.
Yeah.
Right. And so because that's why I say I'm glad I never like tried to go get my original intention of like getting a BA in theater.
Yeah.
Right. I'd go into school and then going to do the black box thing because Second City and IO in my resume coming here in early 2000s was the thing because it was. It was Mad TV. It was all kinds of sketch and improv things. Line was on TV, and it was kind of the hot thing. So it was super helpful.
Absolutely. And I kind of had that in my back pocket because I'd done it,
right?
But I wasn't really known for it. So when I was like here and audition, remember when I got Mad TV, I didn't think, I was like, there's no way. But I just kept bringing me back because I was having fun. And a lot of these other guys were out of UCB and, IO and Second City.
Yep.
And they'd all be like, which one are you from? And I'm like, none of them. I mean, I've done stuff at them, but I'm just me, So it's just this kind of, and really I got the role because Michael McDonald had left. They're like, we need a tall white guy, because like,
is that right? Is that right?
They needed a tall white guy. They needed a goofy one. So it was me and Eric Price.
It was you and Price.
And we were the only two white males, the whole cast. Because you had Bobby Lee, Johnny Sanchez.
Did Coyote do it?
Coyote was gone.
Coyote was gone.
Yeah. I think honestly, Price took Coyote's spot.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. But it was just this kind of happenstance thing. But then when I thought you were saying, I'm glad I didn't go to, I thought you were going to say Second City main stage, Lauren sees you, Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
because that was always for me. That was always the dream when I was younger.
Of course, yeah.
But then I got older and was like, you kind of go, it's great, but it is full tilt, 100%. You're not paid that much, and it's insane.
Yeah.
And boy, you better be young.
You know what my dream was? Because every time while I was still because I was also never a great improviser. Okay. I was always scared.
Really?
Always.
Oh.
And I also wasn't fast. You guys are always so fast. And I'd have a good one every once in a while. Probably because I'm smoking too much weed in Chicago.
Oh, sure.
It is a little slower. And but really wasn't. And I was the actor. Right?
Okay.
Because on sketch or improv stage, it's guys that are writers and they're just super smart, and then there's guys that are doing lots of big characters, right?
Yeah.
And there's those that do it all, right?
Right.
And I just never felt confident doing improv, and I would have go-tos, and I felt more comfortable with words. I still felt like the actor doing improv.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
As one of the tools going through that whole time, and so my dream was never to do SNL. My dream was to be an actor that gets invited to do SNL for a guest week.
That became my dream after a couple of years in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah. For sure.
But it's like, and I remember getting after I was in Las Vegas when Mad got after Mad had gotten canceled, but it wasn't really announced.
Right.
And I did some show, and this young guy got on stage, and he did a dozen incredible impressions. It's like a hater type dude. I was like, whoa, wow. And he comes after he's like, I wanted to meet you. You're a great set. And I want to do what you do. I want to get on Mad TV or Saturday Night Live. And I'm like, well, hold on to one of those dreams. And he's like, what do you mean? Mad TV's canceled. He's like, what? And the light went from his eyes.
Oh God.
Because it's that thing where when you're coming up that way and you only have 2.
Right.
There used to be more sketch shows than that.
Right. But on national television.
Then one's gone.
One's gone.
And this guy's like, and you know when that, like, Mad, a lot of people liked it, but it was definitely the butt of a lot of jokes, you know, and it wasn't like, never had the prestige of SNL, of course. Mm-hmm. But I know when it was announced that was canceled, half of Chicago was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Right. Like every improv theater.
They're like, I was going to get out of here in a year, and that's where I was going.
Yeah, one of them.
TV.
It took one of them away.
Took one away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that was like the thing. I mean, it was like, I was happy it got canceled when I had my day off. Eric just called me. Well, because they called everyone in.
Price called you?
The carpenters and everybody. Just like people that do real work and shit. That, you know, build the sets. And, you know, just like, oh, God, I'm so glad I wasn't there for that. Just to, you know, but like, I think about it's just another fucking vehicle gone for the next person who's trying, you know, or anyway, you know, just like, we make a lot of entertainment. I wish they'd bring that back. There was a thing a couple of years ago where a lot of comics I know got a sketch show pilot. Like Eliza Schlesinger did one.
Okay.
And my wife reps her, so I saw it. It was phenomenal. It was hilarious. But like, and then they all passed. Like every streamer had one, and they were just like, nah, I don't know if we want sketch. So it's kind of just like Tim Robinson.
Maybe it'll come back as a vertical.
Yeah.
What is it? What the fuck is? I don't even know what that is.
It's your phone.
That's your phone, right?
Yeah. Well, no, there's a guy who's a director. I met him.
Short form on your phone.
Yes,
but it's series, right?
It's series. The big things right now are like soap operas, and dramas that are like 2 minutes long.
Right.
Like a director guy. He's a dad at the school my kid goes to.
Huh?
And I met him at like a kid's birthday party, and we were talking about the business. And he's like, "How's a director?" He's like, "I've been directing these vertical soap operas." He's like, "Pays the bills." I'm like, "Great,
you're working. Fantastic.
It's awesome." If you think I'm sitting here judging you,
no, that's the way business is going.
I'm a dick joke technician. I can't judge. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
please. Everybody's all over Chalamet right now because he was just like doing one of those dead art forms like ballet or opera, the stuff no one cares about. No shade to that, and then like they're all kind of going after him.
Oh yeah,
now and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm the guy just up in the rafters, like I talk about my penis.
It's so big when I get an erection, my legs go numb.
It's a tattoo of a turtle. When it gets hard, it's a whole lake.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. I come in and I fart, and all the gladiators laugh. And then they kill me.
That's it. But we're making the world a happy place.
Happy place. When are we doing our movie? We should do a movie.
Yeah, we should. I thought you had one written.
I think, let's see. We're both, let's do a pitch. I think we're both family men.
Okay.
Either both family men or one guy never let go of the 90s life.
Okay.
He's been in rehab 5 times.
Okay. It could be either of us.
And the other guy, this is so dark. The other one's one of those closet drinkers.
Yeah.
You know, he's got like a little thermos of vodka he keeps under the bed. No, it's so bad.
Let's do it as a vertical. Right? It's just a really dark comedy.
Let's call the Murray brother who's the lead in One Crazy Summer.
One Crazy Summer. That was one of the Murray brothers.
Yeah,
Joel. Was it Joel?
Joel Murray. We'll ask Joel for permission to use One Crazy Summer as the name.
Okay,
it's got to be called that. And we just go off the rails in a college town.
All right, done.
And one of us dies of a massive cocaine
overdose. I was just going to say, both of us, I think, die. I mean, we both.
This is the shit. This is what makes us laugh.
Yeah.
Movie execs sitting there.
That's our pitch.
This is horribly
This is our
depressing.
vertical pitch.
Guys, honestly, I'm in recovery, and I can't imagine enjoying this. Much less my friends who still use. This is not going to be.
The world's a dark place, guys.
No, but I would love to perform with you again and do that because it was Rockwell's Attic was like such a sea change for me, because we wrote that whole show together. Lance, myself, Kevin McGeehan. We wrote a show based on the idea where we were talking. We're like, do you think Norman Rockwell ever painted really fucked up shit? Like they look just like they were all-American, beautiful Rockwells, but it was like
it came from an idea that there was an artist who was doing, and maybe they were featured in like Playboys or Hustlers.
Okay,
and they were doing Rockwell-esque, like oil paintings and realism, right?
Yes,
right, with all of the folly of the facial features that are showing the human condition in such a lovely, whimsical way.
Yeah,
but they still make you feel. Yeah, and it was filth. It was some sort of pornography scene. It was
I didn't know. So
I feel like it was inspired by that. Like, what if Rockwell did those and he had them all in his attic, hidden in his attic?
In his attic, yeah.
Right.
We had a painting of the freckle-faced kid from Swimmin' Hole Run, but he's mounting a prostitute on a trash can, and he's crying in an alleyway wet with rain.
Yeah,
remember that was the line, and then. One is
why aren't we pitching this?
What was like secret? Another painting was was a Secret Desire, and it was a Keystone Cop in a locked bathroom stall, putting his nightstick into his own ass.
I didn't remember any of this, but I'm not surprised.
I can't, because it starts with a guy giving a tour of the Rockwell Museum.
That's right.
And he's like, listen, I'm about to quit this job. You guys want to see some real shit? And he takes him to the attic.
He takes him to the attic to show him the secret archive of.
We had sketches based on.
That's right.
The paintings.
Yeah, that's right. The sketches were all inspired by these painting ideas that he's just described. You were the docent, right?
I think I was the guide.
I just remember you going through this amazing feat of physical comedy that went on and on, of how you got up to
took him through the attic.
You took him through the attic,
basically they're doing mirror. I'm doing mime shit. Yeah,
yeah. But like at one point, you went
object
over.
Work.
You're like, follow me, guys, and you had to monkey bar over something. I recall.
Right across the.
Oh no!
The Rockwell Foundation has found us. Silver alert!
Oh,
middle-aged. Television star Lance Barber's missing? Why do they put middle-aged? He's a television star. Shame on you, LAPD. That's wild. I couldn't tell if that was like from. I had my Do Not Disturb on.
So do I.
Yours works better than mine.
Yeah, yours sucked. Shut out that horror of the world.
What? Yeah, we don't need
Shut out that horribly sad thing that just happened. Someone's missing, an elderly person.
Trump launched missiles towards Sioux Falls. Oh, he's really lost it.
Well, when are they going to send out a silver alert on him? All right,
please.
Like
if the next day the government announced, we don't know where he is. We just never hear from him again. That's just how they just black ops him. We don't even know. We don't know what happened. We don't know if they just gave him really good drugs and put him in like a Truman Show situation where he thinks he's still in the press. Like they built an Oval Office and a Mar-a-Lago for him on a soundstage. And he just wanders around and he thinks he's still. They have like AI versions of everything he wants to see, and he's just being entertained. And it's like we can't afford this guy anymore.
That's our movie. There's our movie right there.
We have to take care of him.
Yeah.
It's your turn to wipe his ass. Rochambeau. That'd be great. We made that movie, and everyone knows who we're talking about.
Yeah.
We never call him that.
Yeah, you never call him that. It's very clear.
His name is Ronald.
So the shirt.
When did you cut the sleeves off?
I had it full sleeve, but as an adult, I've had this a long time. But I cut the sleeves off because
I think I remember that thing.
I had it in Chicago. I have pictures of me in Chicago, but I think maybe had the sleeves. I think I cut them off in Chicago. But because it had the band here. Remember that was a thing. You have a T-shirt that has a different colored thing, the right? Band. And that was a thing for a minute.
Yep.
And this is one of those, but it was the Mickey Mouse. But then I realized, watching The Outsiders again, that Keith Two-Bit Matthews, played by Emilio Estevez, is wearing a Mickey Mouse, blue Mickey Mouse t-shirt. I think it's blue Mickey Mouse t-shirt.
Yeah.
And the sleeves cut off. So this is my Two-Bit shirt.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep.
Nice.
And I've had it for a very long time.
Yeah, I was like, it's that thing where it's like, you're someone when I see you, it's just like, it takes, I'm like, it was like I just saw you last week. Kind of.
Yeah.
We see each other. We're that kind of friends. But it was just like, it's at the end. So like, I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. Like, do I know that shirt? Am I just...
You do. I have pictures of me in this shirt when I had Bell's palsy.
Okay.
Do you remember that? Just before I left Chicago, I had an emergency. I had an emergency appendectomy.
Oh, that's
I guess they all are.
Right.
Usually they're an emergency, right? You have a lot of pain. You need to get to the hospital pretty quickly.
This guy wanted to do a freelance appendectomy on me.
I did have, wasn't an emergency because I went to no, it was an emergency. I was having pain for about 24 hours. I called my friend Charlie King. You remember Charlie?
Yeah, of course I remember Charlie.
He's the one that's back at that theater I got to do. He was Mr. Green and I was Colonel Mustard.
That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
Doesn't he? Last I heard he lived in, last I saw him was in Austin.
Yeah, he was in Austin for a while. He's been a number of places, but now for a lot of years he's been back in Michigan and he's like working at that theater.
Awesome. Okay.
What was I saying? Appendectomy.
Yep.
A lot of pain. It got worse. I said, Charlie, can you run me to the hospital? Because I feel like I should go. Oof. He came over. We smoked some hashish and watched The Simpsons. And then he took me to the hospital. and they checked me out. And the doctor came in and said, we're going to keep you here tonight. And we're going to do surgery on you tomorrow or tonight.
You got that news on hash?
Yeah. yeah. Remember, man, I was cool.
You are cool. I'll say that.
And so so 3 days after I'm healing, I went home to Michigan to stay with my mom while I healed from my appendectomy for a week or so. And 3 days after, the side of my tongue got numb. My face started getting numb and I went, bloop.
Oh.
And one half of my face went fully done, like fully paralyzed.
Scary.
For an actor? Why? Why would that be a bothersome thing for someone whose career is their face? Right.
Yeah.
So, that was scary. That was just before I moved. That was like the year before I moved to LA.
Wow.
And it only lasted a few months.
I just remember
Not even a few months, a few weeks. And after about a month, it was slowly dwindling back to...
Wow.
It's still weak. I can tell which side it was when I smile.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I remember the appendectomy thing, but Bell's palsy.
Yeah, followed up with the Bell's palsy. Ballsy palsy, we called it. I don't know why.
Man.
Yeah.
Palsy.
You got ballsy palsy. That was the bit for
it's a while. It's a manly version.
Yeah, it was the
tough guy version.
Yeah, but I had ballsy palsy in this shirt. I got photos of that.
Wow. Do you still live in the same house?
I do.
That I last visited?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Been there a long time.
Okay.
Yep.
How's your wife?
She's good. She's good.
She's still cooking?
Well, yeah. Yeah, whenever I see her, she's cooking.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean.
No, because
she's not professional. I finished this job. She'd been doing a job for a while, and I finished my job around the same time.
Lance's wife is a chef.
Yeah, she's a chef, and she was running. She started a program during the pandemic, and we had a CSA farm box out of our driveway.
Cool.
For a few farmers, and then some cooks that weren't during the pandemic. They weren't cooking. They were doing meals at home, and people would on Wednesdays for 5 hours they would come pull up to our driveway and get vegetables and food, and it was helping the farmers who were dying and the restaurants that were closed. And so that eventually turned into a small business. It was in a little space, but it was a non-for-profit still. And so that was her project. She's always done food stuff, cool food stuff, and she finished around the same time Young Sheldon ended.
Wow.
And so the kid's joke since then is like, so are you guys retired?
Oh, yeah.
You're old, right? You're retired, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, no. They don't want to be.
I don't want to be, no.
Little asshole.
And that's what I call my kids on a daily basis.
Sure.
Little asshole, little bitch. The boy is a little bitch.
Do you remember?
My daughter's a little asshole.
Do you remember when you drove up on me honking? I'd been in LA like a couple years, and you're like, hey, look at this. And your daughter's in the car just just completely like sun-baked to sleep.
You know that.
And she's in the seat
when the
stuff.
kid's like just.
But the joke was you're yelling.
Yeah,
kid not awake. Just will not.
Nothing would bring her to life. Yeah.
That was such a funny 1-2 punch because someone's honking and you're like, who's this prick? Hey, it's Lance. And there's a passed out child in the car.
Mine are teenagers now. How old's your daughter?
She's 5.
Yeah. You're still in little towns.
I'm still in little town.
You're still in little towns.
Yeah. What ages are they?
My daughter's 14. She'll be 15 in May, and my son's going to be 18.
Wow.
In July, and he just got his license.
Did you buy him his first carton of Marlboros, or
what's that?
Did you buy his first carton of Marlboros?
That was years ago.
Oh, you bought? Oh,
yeah.
He's 12.
12th birthday. Yeah.
It's my dad.
You do that for your daughter, I'm sure.
My dad, when he started working for Braunger Meats, the Braunger market, where all my uncles worked.
Yeah.
And he's just like, we're going to start you on once you hit 13, you start driving the trucks and dropping off.
Yeah.
Meat everywhere. And he's looking and he's just like, well, every guy who drives a truck smokes. Guess I should start smoking. And he just started smoking, and he would just drive around smoking cigarettes, and he smoked until he was like in his 20s, and then he quit and he like hacked up like black fluid.
Yeah, right.
Because he was so, and he still is like, I haven't seen him. I saw him maybe sneak a butt or two when I was like a little kid.
Yeah. Not
since. And he's still, my dad's 80 now, and occasionally he'll still just be like, sometimes I still want one. Just crazy.
That is crazy because
you used to smoke. I used to smoke.
Nicotine. I was just going to ask you. I'm trying to remember. I think we all did in Chicago.
Oh yeah,
for sure. I was trying to remember if you smoked. What'd you smoke? What did you smoke back in the day? Did you have a brand?
I went back and forth between the lights, Camel
Marlboro Lights,
and
Marlboro
Parliament.
Lights. That's right. And Parliament.
If I got to pick one, that's my favorite.
Parliament.
It's definitely 3/4 chemicals.
Cigarette. That's what
3/4 chemicals and 1/4 tobacco for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. And it's funny. Kayla, who's the playwright I told you about. Basically, she lives in her house. She helps us with the kid. And, because her rent situation fell through, and we were like, just move in. We'll turn my wife's office into your room, and so it's great. But I will occasionally talk about something fun from when I was her age.
Yeah.
And she goes, God damn it, you had it so much better. So it's talking about, all this shit these poor young people are going through. It's talking about the Vic in Chicago. We'd Bruin View at the Vic.
Yes.
You'd go see a movie, pitcher of beer, and just rip a pack of butts.
Smoke an entire pack
just
of
smoking in a movie theater with all these different like high top tables and stuff or whatever.
Those were the days.
Screaming at Grease, the movie. I remember her Olivia Newton-John coming outside singing Hopelessly Devoted to You. Shut the fuck up! We all gotta work in the morning. You fucking bitch! Like everyone, all these people are yelling. Women are yelling that shit. It was so good.
Yeah, that was it. We were still there in the days of indoor smoking too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to have to wash my clothes too much.
Oh, the stink. Whether you smoked or not.
Like, I can wear this jean jacket again tomorrow. No, you can't.
You can't.
No, you can't. You got to get that cleaned.
I went to the Vic some summers ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's still a venue for a music venue, and I saw the Violent Femmes.
Wow.
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
I know people do comedy back when he wasn't like a stadium act. Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, yeah.
He used to play there all the time.
Yeah.
It's a big comedy venue. You just shot like a short film, you said?
My kid says that, the kids were vaping and the kids were like smoking stupid because it is. And they didn't grow up in a culture like we did where it was just so,
awesome and cool.
Yeah. Where it was, awesome and fucking really cool. They don't think it's cool. It doesn't look cool. Society didn't make it look cool in their whole life experience. Right.
Yeah, good.
And thank God. Right. And they think it's gross. But now, my son's in high school, and he's like, you know what everybody's doing? They're smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not vaping? Like, that's about the right age where everybody's rebelling and trying things out and experimenting. Yeah. I said, but I'm surprised that it's cigarettes.
I'm kind of not, because they're kind of like, I can't argue with a kid right now who's like, fuck everything.
Right.
Because my God.
Yeah.
My God.
Good luck, kids.
Jesus. Yeah.
No, we hit the last sweet spot.
Yeah.
Right? We really lucked out.
Yeah.
We got 80s, 90s.
Privacy. Yeah. No documentation.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
Sorry. Sorry,
kids.
None of my
every generation from here on out
is on video.
Done. Yeah,
there's everybody is just walking around with a snitch recording to film all your.
Can you imagine?
Bullshit. No.
Can you? Well, there's stuff. Do you ever think about stuff that do you think that there's things? I know that there's things out there that if they existed on VHS, would end me.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, and that did exist on VHS.
Yeah. And what were you, strangling runaways or something?
What's that? They would end me.
Yeah, but what did you do that could have been filmed? I mean, what? Cocaine? So did I.
Yeah, drowning hookers in a bathtub. No. Just language, behavior.
Oh, sure. Stuff said,
for course. Sure.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And like taping things that nobody else, or just like we were talking about earlier, not doing it on stage, but going even more over the top with how absolutely with racist, sexist,
of course,
comments that were.
Well, and
that were in private company,
yes,
and you were just making each other laugh,
shocking each other,
yeah, right. Never to do it to anybody, but for that purpose to really just bust whatever it took.
Oh yeah,
as hard as you could go to make your friend laugh with the most disgusting,
of course,
awful things
to break each other,
but awful things out of context and to see. Sure. And I know those are out there, and they would end me.
Yeah. Well, dude, thank you for coming on the show, dude. Really, it's
nice
great
to talk to you,
Braunger. Yeah, let's go get another coffee, breakfast, or whatever.
Yeah, we had a nice breakfast. Yeah. I'm always hungry. And I always like your company. So
you too.
And let's get right in those verticals.
Let's do it.
All right,
let's make some verticals.
I'm ready.
For our new soap opera.
Yeah, buddy.